Okay, guys. Good morning.
Very good.
Okay. Good morning is not coming so perfectly. I like to bring out that good morning in a more positive manner. See, actually, when we say as a teacher, it becomes our responsibility to actually create the class an happy atmosphere. As long as you cannot create an happy atmosphere, it will be very difficult for you to justify your class. So always what we say, if at all you want the class to be absorbed by the students to the maximum level, you will have to first create happiness. So the only way to create happiness is, can you bring out something early in the morning? One is, we need is grace. Always, whenever you are going to start a class, irrespective of whatever place it is, always take his grace and then start the class. It may look a little not so familiar, but if you go back to our past, we always started our class with a small prayers. So we will also have a small prayers. So I would insist all of you to stand. Either you can open up your hands like this or close your hands in Namaskara Mudra, whichever you are comfortable. And please repeat the prayers after me. I want you to bring down your age by 10 to 15 years. It's a beautiful experience. When you bring down, your skin will start glowing. You will start looking much younger. And if a photograph is captured and if your daughter or son happens to see that photograph, they will say, Amma, ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗ ತೆಗ್ದಿದ್ದು ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫು ನನಗೆ ತೋರಿಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So when we start thinking that we are young, that youngness automatically as an energy pours onto us. So for that simple understanding, we will have a small prayers. So all of us will close our eyes, either be in Namaskara Mudra or open up our hands, whichever you are comfortable, and please repeat after me. Oh great God,
Oh, great God,
thank you for giving us
thank you for giving us
this beautiful opportunity
this beautiful opportunity
to learn from one and each other, to learn from each other
to learn from each other
the communication skills
the communication skills
that would be required
that would be required
to train the students
to train the students
in an effective manner.
in an effective manner.
Bless us all, O God.
Bless us all, O God.
There's a small prayers, it's a universal prayers. Repeat after me and try to think about the meaning of the prayers slowly, and then we will see what happens. Feeling thy presence. Repeat after me. Feeling thy presence.
Feeling thy presence,
Feeling thy grace.
feeling thy grace,
Feeling thy radiance.
feeling thy radiance.
You are my source of faith and strength.
You are the source of faith and strength.
You are my path and destination.
You are my path and destination.
And I am always connected to you.
And I am always connected to you.
Nothing of me
Nothing of me
and everything of you.
and everything of you.
Lead me higher,
Lead me higher.
lead me deeper,
Lead me deeper.
lead me beyond,
Lead me beyond.
lead me to you.
Lead me to you.
Yeah, you can be seated. Please be seated. I would like to put across a small meaning of whatever the prayers I told. See, when we talk about any such occasion and any such opportunity given to us, we should always feel, yes, feeling thy grace. That means we are trying to feel his grace, feeling his radiance, feeling his presence, and we are trying to do this. Let us always remember nothing of me and everything of him. Most of the time, from the student perspective also, most of us as a student, we start thinking everything is happening because of us. And when we come onto the dais also, when we start thinking everything is happening because of us, that overconfidence can be a gift in certain places, but in certain places it will be a curse. The moment you start feeling everything is happening because of me, you will start getting into that ego-ness, and one day when you say the day is bad and you are not able to perform, you will be shattered, you will fall flat. Instead, what we could say, nothing of me and everything of you. Let us understand the reality. What is reality? As a teacher or as a student, can I even blink my eye without thy grace? No, it's not possible. Everything is happening because of his grace. I cannot sit, I cannot stand, I cannot wink, I cannot release a thought process. Nothing happens without his will, but also nothing happens without my will also. He and me put together, actually we are leading this life. So we always say, he is the co-author of our destiny. Most of the time what happens in life, we get into certain times where we feel shattered, we feel disturbed, even as teachers, because we are also human beings. What is this life? What am I doing? I cannot do that. It's very difficult for me. You get shattered, you get actually down, and you're completely disturbed. That is when, if you can utter these prayers, you will start realizing all these years, whatever have I done, it is not because of me. Everything is happening because of thy will. So, he is the co-author of my destiny. Why should I be worried about? He's going to take care. There is a beautiful story, just to share it to you. It so happened that there was one good man, a good learned man. He dies. After he dies, his soul is able to think his entire path from the time he was born to the death. He's imagining his entire path. As he is imagining his entire path, he realizes that he is able to see at certain times there are two pair of footsteps, as though two of them have walked. In certain time, it is only one person who has walked. He is totally confused. When he starts analyzing it, he realizes that when he was in difficulty, there is only one pair of foot which has been traveling. When he was in most humongous happiness, it is two pair of foots. And he is saying, why God was not there with me? He goes up to the God once those golden doors open up. He asks this question, oh God. He says, I know, I'll give you the answer. My dear loving son, when you were tired, when you were shattered, when you were disturbed, you did not have enough energy to even stand up. And that one pair of footsteps, whatever you are seeing, it is me who I carried you along those difficult times. And whenever it was happiness, you were always happy, so I held your hand and I was just walking. Most of the time when I was holding your hand also, you released yourself because you are in happiness. Most of us do the same thing. When we are in the peak of happiness, we will never remember God. When we are in complete sorrow, we always go up to Him and say, oh God, nothing of me and everything of you. And after this, when you realize, lead me higher, lead me deeper, and ultimately lead me to you. If this understanding when we have, when we come onto a dais, we'll be able to manage things properly. See, most of the time when we are taking classes, to get aligned to a student, it is very, very difficult. We need a lot of energy to get aligned to the students. So when we get aligned, the class goes very smooth. When we are not aligned, when the frequency does not match, the class gets disturbed. You can read it through their face reading that they are not that happy with the class that I have taken today. So bringing that happiness, why do we bring happiness is, when I bring happiness onto myself, my mind becomes more hyperactive. When he is in that hyperactive state, he is in a controlled state, he is able to receive the information, he is able to digest it. When he is sorrow, he cannot receive the information. You meet a person where there is a death that has happened in his place, you share him a joke. He will never understand it as a joke. Okay? Why? Because his mind is completely disturbed. He is not in an acceptance of actually taking anything from a teacher. So a teacher role first is, can I start this class happily? Can I create enough happiness in this class so that the class starts feeling that energy, and then my class is going to start. That is how you will have to do. So what we do, every time we meet a new person, every time we start a new class, we always start with this greetings. All of you know that. But when we actually greet, saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, it looks on an average sober level. Can we go a little bit better than this? Instead of good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, can I actually say it as happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night? See, the moment somebody talks to me over the phone and I actually reply him back, sir, happy morning to you also, sir. He said good morning and I say happy morning. It brings a shock in his body, in his mind, and he starts thinking for a few microseconds, I felt good. I really felt good when I told happy. That happiness and that word has such positive energy. Always remember, whenever we say I'm communicating with people, I'm not communicating just words, I'm communicating emotions along with the words. The words are actually carried in an emotion. Sometimes you can transfer even happy in an emotion of happy vessel. The same happy can be transferred in an emotion of not so happy vessel. I just come, ma'am, happy morning. It looks good. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅದು ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಥಗದ್ ನಾಲ್ಕು ಹೊಡೆದಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ವೆಸಲ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಮೋಷನ್ಸ್. So whenever we say I am communicating with people, am I in sync with the emotions that I am expressing? So in that, in one of the slide I am going to talk about, a good teacher is the one who can express emotions and touch the emotions, which is the feelings of the students, and then he should not become emotional. I am trying to express a very happy moment of my life. If I only start laughing at the top of my voice, the audience will not receive it properly. But I should not actually also show that I am unhappy. So I should be able to transfer the emotions onto the audience without me becoming emotional. That skills we will have to learn as a teachers. Now instead of good morning, good afternoon, good evening, let us start using something which can be better than that. That is what we say: happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening and happy night. And when you look at our day-to-day life, we are not been using happiness in abundance. We always use happiness in scarcity. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಖರ್ಚಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೋ ಅನ್ನೋ ಥರ we always use happiness in scarcity. Assuming for one of you I will have to wish something happy for today, what will I look for? I'll ask her, ma'am, anybody's birthday is there today? She's going to check. No, it is not there. Ma'am, we forgot one birthday, it was yesterday. You bring her only. And you forcibly bring her and sing an happiness for today. No, you don't sing an happiness for today. What do you say? Belated happy birthday. That means you go back to yesterday, enjoy that birthday and come back to today. Why? Because we are not used to the communication language where we want to say, I want to give happiness in abundance. And always remember, human body or a human mind is like a magical vessel. We call it as an Akshaya Patre. If we realize that, and if we make the students also understand that, because students always have a question, why should I do good? Why should I actually give out love? Why should I actually give out care? Why should I actually have kindness in me? When they have this question, make them realize our human body is like an Akshaya Patre. There is an accounts book which will be maintained by Chitragupta, and he has every accounts of everything that you even think of. That which you give in abundance out of this vessel, the more abundance will flow from him, that is God. You give happiness onto the outside world in abundance, happiness will flow. You give kindness to the outside world in abundance, kindness will flow. We will go to the negative. People give hatred to the outside world in abundance, and they will also experience the same kind of hatredness. Why? Because they gave hatred to the others in abundance. Jealousy was given out in abundance, jealousy will flow. So when you learn the simple trick, if I want to be happy, let me start sharing enough happiness to the outside world. You are entering into a premises, you are entering into a class, should be like you carry happiness and you enter. And the moment you exit, your happiness is there, left in the entire place, and the students can feel that vibes. That kind of an experience you should give. It is possible. You wear a deodorant, you get into a room, and when you leave also, if a deodorant can stay there, if you carry an energy of happiness and you have left that happiness there, and when you leave, but happiness will not be visible, just like a deodorant can be smelled. And I think sir actually uses something, okay, no, sir uses this particular fragrance. You can make out. In the same manner, sir uses happiness fragrance, people can make out. It should not be abba odnappa, you know. Okay, if that kind of an attitude if students are expressing, you should seriously ask yourself this question: am I in the right place, executing the right job which I am really interested? Then you cannot become a teacher. One of the teacher's main responsibility is getting tuned to the students and then starting off the class with happiness. As we are talking about happiness, I would like to give you more points, because when you go and address the students, they would not be happy with 1 or 2 points. Happiness is something which we will have to give it in abundance. All of us know. Even when it comes to festival, at least Hindus can be very, very happy, because every day is a festival for us. You have just wished something, and Ganesha Chaturthi, slowly you will start wishing Deepavali, slowly you will start wishing something else. So there are a lot of festivals, because Indian culture, Hindutva culture believed in actually celebration on a daily basis. That is the reason our entire calendar is kept into to a lot of activities where happiness comes in abundance. When happiness is celebrated in abundance, happiness will start spreading in abundance. When happiness is there, misery shall not happen. When happiness is not there, only misery will happen. Where happiness is not there, your mind gets filled with what is called as anger. When anger gets in, when hatred gets in, when all the negative gets in, all the wrong things happen in this world. So we will have to maintain this simple constant irrespective of, in spite of whatever the situation is, my happiness is going to be constant. And when you look at how we as human beings behave, our happiness is not constant. Simple to simple things can disturb our happiness. It could be simple to simple things. And sometimes nothing would have changed of you, but your happiness becomes misery. Ask yourself this question: do you belong to that category, or do you belong to another category where, in spite of, irrespective of whatever happens, my happiness is going to be constant? A teacher should exhibit this. If a student walks in, irrespective of whoever that student is, my happiness has to be constant. Is a troublemaker, is not a troublemaker, my happiness has to be constant. I cannot change my emotions. My happiness shall be constant, and it has to be constant. Now, let me understand, do we have that right feeling? Ask yourself this question, and every time I share a story, do not assume that story is mine. You're going to be the character of that story. You don't watch KGF because Yash is acting. Even girls also, when you're watching Yash, you're not actually assuming Yash is holding that gun. You're assuming you're holding that gun and your husband is watching like a heroine. You will never watch a movie to become an heroine. You will always watch a movie to become an hero. When Yash is actually bombing, you are also taking something and you're also bombing. Sometimes in the kitchen also you would be doing like this, and your husband will look at you, KGF karkondo tap madbitte. Because that is how we want happiness to be. We want to feel that success. We want to have that happiness. If there is no happiness, why will you go and watch that movie? You're creating happiness, and that happiness for 2 hours, it will make you forget everything. You'll forget your husband is sitting next to you also. So that is the beauty of happiness. When happiness is given, you gain so much of abundance energy. It will make the student very receptive. At the same time, it will make you occupy the pedestal of a teacher in a much, much better way. I'll take up 1 or 2 examples. It happened at my house. You should assume it has happened at your house. It was some 10 years back, where Super Lotto lottery was a legal thing in India. Every time the lottery result was announced, it used to be a front page news. That day it was a front page news that a Bangalore boy has won 2 crores of rupees. When that message was there, and I was sitting at the dining table, my father was with me, he read it louder, and my mother was preparing a coffee. My sister was in the puja room. She was about to actually light the lamp. And when all this is happening, my younger brother is still sleeping on the bed. Once my father read a Bangalore boy has won 2 crores of rupees, it was a natural happiness for all of us. Then my father told, go, you can continue to read additional information, detailed information. I took the paper and I started reading, a Bangalore boy has won 2 crores of rupees. My mother was happy, my sister was happy, my father was happy, I was also happy, and my younger brother who was sleeping on the bed, he was also happy. And it also continued, a Bangalore boy who is from South Bangalore. We are also from South Bangalore. As soon as we read South Bangalore, our happiness doubled. Immediately my mom told, my sister's name is Manju. Manju, anyway Deepa Achtidia, anyway you're lighting the lamp. Instead of oil lamp, why don't you light ghee lamp? God has given such an happiness for us. Let us celebrate. It's a natural feeling. And she was getting ready, and I continued to read. It is from Wilson Garden boy. We also stay in Wilson Garden. Our happiness went higher and higher and higher, and we are smiling. My mother is smiling. She came with a coffee, and as I am sipping the coffee, I continue to read. It has come to 11th cross address. 11th cross is the cross where we stay. We felt so happy, and actually we were floating on the cloud. And then I read the door number 17/2. Ours was 17/1. The moment I read 17/2, there was a little silence in the home, and then I continued to read. It has come to a Sham, who is our neighborhood boy. And there was complete silence at home. My mother, I don't know, it was a natural reaction. It doesn't mean that she means that ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ದೇವ್ರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರೇ ಕಣ್ಣು ಕಾಣಬೇಕಾ, ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಿನಗೆ ಕಾಣಲೇ ಇಲ್ವಾ? We wouldn't have. But what is our reaction was, instead of everybody, you give it to anybody, it's fine. Then immediately Shishi made a reaction. On kelsa madu, deepa hachide beda ba, enne deepanu beda, tuppu deepanu beda, you please come. See, when the prize was going to anybody else, we were very, very happy. When the prize is coming to our own neighbor, our own cousin, we automatically tend to become very unhappy about it. Ask yourself, as a teacher, am I actually a part of it, partly or impartly? So please. So what is happening? It is a question for us to put it across. The happiness which was in abundance, because nothing of me had changed. For me, whatever the lottery amount was not mine. Anyway, it was somebody else. Happiness was in an abundance. When the same money goes to our neighbor, goes to our colleague, goes to our next cabin sitter, you become very, very unhappy. And for the next 1 month, you're shattered. Why are you not taking class properly? I should have got the promotion. Somebody else got a promotion. I don't want to. Okay, why you did not, why are you not taking classes as good as that you were taking earlier? No, I was supposed to get a transfer. I still have not got transfer. Eegig bandavargeಲ್ಲ transfer ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. You get shattered and you are completely disturbed. In the inauguration, she did not allow me to Garland. Today I am not going to take any class. I will take, but it will be like I am not taking any class. So it becomes very important for you to realize that irrespective of, in spite of whatever happens to you, your happiness has to be constant and it should not change. It's not an easy task. Saying is easy. Enacting will be difficult. My mom is a great mom. She will always feel happy even if my neighbor gets the same amount. But I'm putting yourself into that shoe and I'm asking you to answer this question. All of you have seen this Three Idiots movie?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the Three Idiots movie, we will go to that result scene.
Yes.
I go to the result and I don't see the result from the top because I know my performance is from the bottom. And I see, I was expecting 3 names, I see only 2 names. It's a natural feeling. I'm not feeling so good. Why? We too have passed. He has failed. Happiness, I understood the emotion. Unhappiness, I understood the emotion, and you are coming. There are other group of friends who interrupt you and say, oh guys, why are you like this? You should be the most happiest persons. He says, how can we be happy? He has failed. Natural emotions. What do you say? He has failed. He's a topper. The same emotions, na? You pray to all Savira Koti gods and say, I don't want to see him on the top. And then you come and you see him on the top, the same happiness becomes miserable. Nothing of your results have changed. But because your friend who was supposed to just pass, when he actually scores first, your happiness becomes misery, and misery turns into greed, and greed makes you do a lot of devil work. All big problems have not happened because of big reasons. All big problems have happened because of one small reason. Titanic ship did not actually sink because it is like one big city actually going on a big ocean. It sank after hitting a small iceberg. Ask yourself how many such icebergs you will have to handle in your life. You cannot take any iceberg lightly. You will have to take every iceberg very strongly. Actually, the intelligent technical person comes up to the captain and says, there are enough icebergs here. We will have to travel slowly. In your life as a teacher, you will have to travel slowly at certain time. The same instruction was given to by the technical person to the captain. The captain says, these small icebergs will not make any difference in your life. Any difference for that Titanic ship. Continue. No, technically it can make a big difference. He says he's not ready to listen. Same thing holds good to you. In your life, when you don't care for small things, as a teacher, you don't qualify to become a teacher. What is that qualification? When you are not daring enough to self-care yourself, how can you become a good teacher? Taking care of yourself, giving the best health to yourself, giving the best energy to yourself, giving the best rest to yourself is equally your responsibility. Then only you can execute the role of a teacher comfortably for long years. Most of you do not care the small icebergs in your life. Dark circles are happening because I'm not sleeping, I'm into tense. No, you will have to work on it. Let me start sleeping. I'm not exercising, I was like a chapati, I've become a puri, and now I've become a batura. The mirror is saying, go back to your old albums when you were a childhood, you were looking like a chapati. You got married, you became a puri. And one or two kids, you become a batura, and you stand in front of the mirror, and every time you say, I want to slim. And then when you don't take care of yourself, it is going to hit you back so dangerously that the entire ship, you yourself, will sink. And you have seen so many such accidents happening. Hey, what happened to that teacher? Is no more. He had a heart failure. Why? He did not care about his health. Students were everything for him. Understood. Students are everything to us, but our health is also equally important. So you will have to understand these icebergs. One of the best way to give good health is happiness has to be constant. If you are happy, it is actually a best immune system to kill all the diseases. Let me also tell you, fear kills more people, not the snake bite. The fear of snake bite kills people. It's not actually the snake bite poison. So it is very important for you to have that strong immune system. For that strong immune system to happen, you should keep your happiness as constant. That is very, very important. So what happens when this Titanic ship hits the iceberg? There is a small crack. The crack was very small. Everything starts with small only. Few hairs were falling. It was small. White patches were happening. Very few. It was small. One or two teeth were showing. It was small. One or two dark circles. It was very small. A little bit of pimples somewhere in the body where I cannot say. It was small. But if I don't take care of it now, you cannot take care of it at the end of the academic year. Same thing holds good when you identify a student as something wrong in him. You will have to talk to him, and when it is small, you will have to take care of him. And when this Titanic ship hits that iceberg, there is a jerk. Everybody realizes there will always be jerks like that. Again, the technical person comes up to the captain and he says, sir, there can be a danger of the entire sinking because the crack is small right now. Yes, it is out of danger, but we don't know what will be the consequences of this small crack. What will be the consequences of this small hurdle that is happening with you? So let us all take all the passengers and move out of it. If everything is fine, we will come back. If they would have followed that order of the technical advice, none of them would have died on that day. So everything starts small. It is up to you how you will have to take it. So life has to be taken seriously. As a teacher, it's your moral responsibility to actually take care of yourself first. Assuming I decide and I say, as a teacher, it is your moral responsibility from tomorrow that you will have to get up early in the morning at 4 o'clock and do yoga from 4 to 5. Will you get up? No. Instead, your daughter will come. Mama, tomorrow I have an interview. I'll have to leave at 4. What you will do? Without anybody telling you, 3 o'clock you will get up, you will prepare the breakfast, you will wake her up at 4 o'clock, you will go and drop her to the place also, and you will come. But after you get up, your daughter will say, Amma, I just told because I wanted you to go and exercise. Will you exercise? No. Hey, don't trouble me like that. I want to sleep. Mama, when I told you it was my exam, you were ready to get up. But when I am telling it is your health, why are you not ready to get up? So that responsibility also lies in you. Now coming back to that happiness, I'll have to keep my happiness constant. I'll have to keep that happiness constant in the students also. So what I'll have to do, certain stories are really required. Actually, when we say happiness, are we giving it in abundance? We never give it in abundance. We give it in scarcity. Most of the time we use certain words in order to express happiness. Like assuming this was Saturday, and the entire week you had a very it was a very tedious and continuous classes, and all of a sudden when it is Saturday you just realize tomorrow is Sunday and it is weekend, and all of us are living. What do we say? Happy
Weekend.
We say happy weekend. Is happy weekend a curse or it is a wish?
Wish.
Yeah, all of you think it is wish. Yes, it is a wish also, but behind it there is a curse. When you say happy weekend, it is really an happy weekend. Saturday you leave your ITI like you are the queen of this ITI because tomorrow is Sunday. You take your own time, you reach your home, and you're not worried about the dinner. You don't mind what time it is. You have your dinner late at 9:30, taking your own free time because you know tomorrow is Sunday. Happiness is at the peak. And then you go to bed not even looking at the clock because you know tomorrow is Sunday. You need not get up early in the morning. You take your own free time, talk to your kids, talk to your father, talk to your mother, and then slowly you go to bed at maybe 11, 12, 1. And you're not worried what time you need to get up. Whenever you feel like, you get up because you know it is Sunday, it is happiness. And morning breakfast you have like you have never had breakfast in your life. And after eating breakfast, you know afternoon is going to be a wonderful lunch. You will wait for that lunch and you're enjoying every moment of that Sunday. And you have your lunch. After lunch you want to take a nap, you take a nap. By 3:30 something reminds you tomorrow is Monday. What happens? The moment it happens Monday, you feel like going to that calendar and tearing that Monday and putting Sunday 1, Sunday 2, Sunday 3. The same thing will happen even with the students. Students also come on the Monday morning with the same kind of an attitude. I have 1 more weeks to go. I have the same teacher to see, and you also come, the same students to see, the same principal who keeps XYZ. And then all this is happening and you say why this Monday is coming, I'm not interested. And Sunday night will be the worst night. You ask yourself this question. Nidde barodilla ba anta heltidira, it doesn't come and you're actually trying to sleep and it's not happening. And you get up early in the morning so heavy thinking it is Monday because of this Monday blues. And what was the wish? Happy weekend. That means your week, as it is ending, you will be in full happiness. The moment it is nearing the ending, you are going to have a miserable night and a miserable Monday morning. So what we did, we wanted to change this, the way we actually say. It has to be filled with happiness most of the time. Happiness has to be constant. I get into a bus, I get the seat, I don't get the seat, happiness has to be constant. I come to the bus stop, my bus is there standing for me or my bus is not there standing for me, my happiness has to be constant. It should not change. I'll take up one more incident. Assuming I gave you a very good class, all of you were impressed, and I say I'm going to Delhi and I'm going to settle there in Delhi for the rest of my life. All of you come to the airport to see me off. You come to the airport and you say that happy journey. So most of us do that. We say happy journey. And I am going in a flight, that too from Bangalore to Delhi. Maximum the travel time will be 20 minutes, all of you know. We will never know when I have gone and I have sat. 2 times the beautiful air hostess would have come and I would have asked her 2-3 things. And by that time an announcement happens that we have reached Delhi. And when you say happy journey, I am saying guys, as it is 20 minutes journey, the air hostess will keep me happy. Where happiness is required for me? Happiness is required after I land in Delhi because I have to live my entire life in Delhi. So your conversation is not picking up happiness and abundance. You wait for one Christmas to wish happiness, you wait for one Ganesha Chaturthi to wish happiness, you wait for one anniversary to wish happiness. Happiness has to be something which I am going to use day in, day out, every minute of my life. It has to be like that. And when that you cultivate, it slowly brings lot of changes in you. It is not just you are trying to say happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. In disguise, it is bringing lot of happiness very close to you. That which you actually exhibit in abundance will start flowing to you. If you exhibit hatred in abundance, all hatred people will surround you. If you express happiness in abundance, you simply attract all happiest people in the world. So for this logic, you will have to be that happiest man. So what we do, instead of calling good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, we always say happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. All of you, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Now, Balgai on the top. Right hand, all of you have your right hand. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. 4. Why only morning, afternoon, evening, night, all the days? Okay, so we will take up from Monday to Sunday. Okay, ready, steady. We will put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday here. Thursday will be here. Friday, Saturday, Sunday here. Ready, steady, go. Happy Monday. Balgade. Happy Monday. You are Balgade, ma'am. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Happy Tuesday, Happy Wednesday, Happy Thursday, Happy Friday, Happy Saturday, Happy Sunday. Why only all the weeks? Why not all the months? So we will put 4 months on the top, 4 months on the bottom, 4 months right down here. Ready, steady, go. Happy January, Happy February, Happy March, Happy April, Happy May, Happy June, Happy July, Happy August, Happy September, Happy October, Happy November, Happy December. Why only summer or winter? All the seasons we should be happy. We have 4 seasons: happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. 2 year, 2 year. Okay. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Now we will come to a conclusion. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation, my happiness is going to be constant. All of you will say that. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness is going to be constant. ATH means all time happiness. Yes, we will use that also at the end. Now all of you will say with me, if anybody does not do this, we will repeat it again. For me, I have time till evening 9 p.m. You should take a choice whether you want to complete it earlier or not. Okay? Ready, steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Orange, ma'am, madlila. So we'll repeat it again. Ready, steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October. I'll Bartilla. We'll start again. Ready, steady, go. Ready, steady, go. From morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night, happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday, happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. 4 seasons. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, again, irrespective of, whatever the situation is, my happiness is going to be constant. Can you please write down that? So 3 at a time will come on the dais and then you will do it. First you will introduce yourself, what is your name and from which ITI you come. After that, all 3 of you rhythmically you will have to say that. You 3 will start, others can write it down. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is. Ma'am, get up, come quick. Give them a big round of applause.
Irrespective of,
In spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness is going to be constant. You will have to drag it, constant. That means always. Come here. Guys, a big round of applause for the first 3 participants. Clap. Guys, clap. It has to be an energy. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಶಬ್ದನೇ ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ರಿಂಗುಗಳೇ ಇದೆ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ. ರೆಡಿ, ಸ್ಟಡಿ, ಗೋ. Yes, ma. No. From the first. Happy morning. First will be your introduction. Your name, from which ITI, your name, from which ITI, your name, from which ITI. Greeting. Happy morning. My name is, I am from this ITI. Yes.
I'm Jayshree.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
See, some of your happy morning illinda bartilla. Kidney illiruttalla. Most of your happiness is coming from here. So bring it from your heart. Most of your Malik sir ಹೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. So it has to naturally come from your heart. Ready, steady, go.
Happy morning. I'm Jayshree from Government ITI Mysore 7.
Clap. Yeah, next.
Happy morning. I am Kavita Visi, Government ITI, Nanjangud.
Very good.
Happy morning. I'm Nirmala Kundagol, Government ITI, Mandya.
Now, ready, steady, go. Happy morning. Start. happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night, happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Irrespective of
in spite of my
whatever the situation is, my happiness, everybody, my happiness is going to be constant. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸತಿ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಾನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ. I'll also stand there. Yeah, it's okay. Ready, steady, go. ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ. Ready, steady, go. Bulgate. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night, happy Monday. ಎಡಗಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ನಾವ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ದೇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಿಂಗ್ ತಾನೇ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು. So we'll start like this. Okay, ready? We'll start. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮಂಡೇ, ಟ್ಯೂಸ್ಡೇ, ವೆಡ್ನೆಸ್ಡೇ 3 ದಿನ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ. ಫ್ರೈಡೇ, ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇ, ಸಂಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Months bandaga we will divide it into 3 parts. 4 there, 4 here, 4 down. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It should be like your body is getting energized and you are trying to feel happy. Rag mein. That is what is the experience that you will have to get. Then we will again come back to summer, winter, rainy, spring. That's all. 4 columns. Then irrespective of, it has to be with action. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness is going to be constant. Ready? Ready, steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night, happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday, happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December, happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness is going to be constant. Give them a big round of applause. The next one. Come, quick. Get up. So. Okay, guys, everybody, ready, steady, go. Happy morning. Munde.
Yes, sir.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy afternoon.
Happy evening. Happy night. Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
Okay, guys, introduction first. Okay, ready, steady, go.
Happy morning to everyone.
Guys, reciprocate. ನಾನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ happy morning. Happy morning. It doesn't. Yeah, ಜೀವ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ವಿಷಯನ. So, how fast you reciprocate, that is called as smartness. Even in an interview, when I ask a question and I take some time to answer, that says that you are not confident about your answer, and it does not mean that you are not able to communicate. It simply comes to a conclusion, you are not smart enough. Smartness is how immediately you are going to respond. Somebody says happy morning, it should come happy morning. Immediately it should be reciprocated. That is what we call it as smartness. That is the activeness. Now in ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, but I find there is a lot of activeness in a certain person. I ask him anything, but he gives an answer. That means he is smart. I ask him anything, he takes hours to answer me. That means he is not so smart. So it's important. The moment he says happy morning, we should also immediately respond. Ready, steady.
Happy morning to everyone.
Happy morning. Louder ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Dead
Happy
half
morning to
dead.
everyone.
Happy morning. Again.
Myself. Happy morning to everyone.
happy morning.
ಇರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಭಾರತ್ ಮಾತಾ ಕಿ ಜೈ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? See, when you will have to handle the students, that to ITI students, rough and tough they would be. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಅಪ್ಪ ಇವ್ನು ಬೈದ್ರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಎಡವಟ್ಟು ಆಗ್ಬೋದೇನೋ ನನಗೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. Your control is your voice. The louder you can speak, the more authority you have on the entire students. Not abusing them. Again, I am telling you, not abusing them, but you should be able to raise your voice. As a good communicator, ನಿಮಗೆ voice ನ raise ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, that is actually a curse for you as a teacher. ನೀವು ವಾಯ್ಸ್ನ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಡೂ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಲೋವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಿಚ್, ಹೈಯರ್ ಪಿಚ್, highest pitch, highest pitch. Okay, ready, steady, go. Happy morning. 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 ಕೈ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ, ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಏನೋ ಕೈ ಮೇಲೆ ಎತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು ಅಣ್ಣ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪಿಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೇಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೇಸಿಂಗ್. ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. See, do you know one of the exercise given in order to improve your immune system during COVID time was, can you blow up air or can you suck in air consistently for a longer time? Most of the teachers get corona barlilla. If you know why it is, most of the singers did not get it because they have this deep inhale and deep exhale which they do naturally. Most of the yoga practitioners, actually corona did not touch them also because we practice what is called as deep inhale. In order to speak with an high voice modulation, lot of air has to be taken inside and it has to be released. And it has to be released quicker so the voice will become higher. So what happens, ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದೇ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ, ಆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ? ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೈಯರ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಸ್ಡ್. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಆ ಥರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಯುವರ್ ವೋಕಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಬಟ್ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಆಡಿಯಬಲ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ ರೇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್. ಏ ಗೈಸ್, ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು? ಕಮ್. ಓಕೆ, you should be able to take that attention and then start with a class. Illandre enagutte, you cannot. And everybody's attention span is very less. If I sit there also, or when your students sit there also, attention span really matters, and for all of us it is the same. 10 minutes you can attend. After that your mind starts wandering, your body starts speaking to you lot of inconvenient things. So what happens, you will never be able to focus. I'll have to bring you back into attention. And sometimes what happens, physically you will be present here, your students who are physically they'll be present, but mentally they'll be rounding around. Okay, and at least if somebody is sleeping, I know he's sleeping and he's listening. Some of them open their eyes and they start sitting, and that will be a drawback for us because they are opening their eyes and they are daydreaming. So try to use your voice modulation every now and then, and that should be exhibited there. ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋರಿಗೆ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. Once again we will do that voice modulation and then we will continue with them. Happy morning. 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 Good. Give them a big round of applause. ಕೆಲವರು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಲಿಪ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ತೆನಾಲಿ ರಾಮನ್ ಕತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It is a beautiful story. You guys also should learn to actually teach the students with story and then connect it to some misery where they will understand that it can hit them badly. I will tell the same story, but the way I connect it to a live incident, you will realize that I should not do such mistakes in my life. Okay, now it was Krishna Devaraya. All of a sudden he gets a vague idea that instead of collecting money as a tax, we will collect milk as a tax, and we want them not to even disclose how much of milk they are putting. We will put a big container in the village, in all the villages. Everybody should put at least 20% of the share into the container, and that milk will be used for all the kids who are studying as a free milk service. It was announced. Tenali Rama told, gee, it won't work. He told, no, it shall work. And they organized. They come to the first village for the inauguration. Everything is organized. It's a big container. Nobody has gone there and seen what is inside, but the container is very big. The tap is also decorated. Krishna Devaraya comes and also Tenali Rama comes, and they open up the tap after doing all the puja. They were expecting something white will come, and only water was coming. And Krishna Devaraya was confused. Tenali Rama knew that it is going to be water only, and Krishna Devaraya totally confused, and he told, check the tap. Was it some water inside? Why actually milk is not coming? Hey, excuse me. Somebody comes. Look, what is there inside? One of them climbs around 20 steps, a big container, and they watch. It was water. Everybody assumed if everybody else is putting milk, nanobba if I am going to put water, what difference it will make when the tap is open? Milk only will come. In life also same thing will happen. You expect somebody else will help. When you see an accident, why they say after looking at an accident, if you come without helping him, it is a crime, it is a punishable offense. Why do they say that? They say that because if everybody starts thinking somebody else will come and help, nobody else will come and help. Let me tell my own uncle's story. It was my uncle who was such a good man, always used to take care of people. And when he met with an accident, people passed, all his own relatives passed the same way. Only that day, who used to carry his regular car, instead of his regular car, he had borrowed his friend's car and he was coming and he met with an accident. Everybody else were the same relatives who were going to the same marriage. They saw the accident and none of them helped. Why? Everybody thought that marriage is very important to me. And he was known to everybody. Everybody would have been ready to give up their life for his sake because they knew that he had helped everyone in that marriage hall. Everybody gets into the marriage, nobody helps in. Everybody gets into the marriage, nobody helps in. And everybody says, I saw an accident. You should have helped. Madve miss agate anta, I couldn't help. And again, one more person will come. Accident ಆಯ್ತು ನೀನು ನೋಡ್ದ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಇನ್ನೂ ಯಾರು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೇನೋ. Their own family members are talking ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ನೇನೋ ನೀವು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಮದ್ವೆ ಇತ್ತು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. You will have 101 reason for which you should not help. Why? Because you are not actually careless. You are assuming ಯಾರನ್ನ ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಲ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ನೀರು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಜಗತ್ತೇನು ನಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. But you don't know the consequences. And finally, when they give a call, when he is not responding, one of the person who helped among those relatives only, one of the least bothered person, a security guard, he sees an accident, he immediately thinks I should help. He is also coming to the same marriage. Marriage is not important. My boss is anyway going to the marriage. He comes and it is his own boss. It takes him to the hospital, and when he comes back to the marriage hall, he makes an announcement that his uncle, means his boss, is actually not keeping well, is in an ICU. Everybody rush, giving up on the marriage to the... So these kind of points has to be given when you are talking to the students. You cannot bring seriousness in your life. There was a mango peel, remove it. If you say, ಯಾರನ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, I will go. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾರನ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾರನ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ. No, as a teacher, it is your moral responsibility that you will have to walk your talk. I cannot speak on why people should not smoke, and if I am a smoker myself, it does not work. It naturally will not come. So when you have occupied the pedestal of a teacher, it's your moral responsibility that you shall execute it with full faith. Because remember, one of the book writes, a person who visited an heaven, he was very surprised because there was one special queue. And he was asking, sir, which is that queue? This queue is for teachers and yodharu. That means army officers. People who give up their life for the sake of the country. People who sacrifice their life for the sake of teaching. Teachers, aurge we have a separate queue, and because they will directly go to heaven. So that responsibility you people are occupying. Have that pride in you. When I go and occupy the dais, I'll have to start loving and respecting myself for the kind of work I am doing. I will think that I am doing the most sacred job which nobody else in this world is doing. That is a teacher's job. And when I come with this faith, enough energy will flow and I can do miracles. That is the reason in Indian faith we respect and we always utter this word saying, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. That means we keep the Guru much more higher than even mom and dad, and much more higher even Guru Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara, even their wives. That is the sacred place you are occupying. When you have occupied that sacred place, your happiness has to be constant. You cannot change depending on the mood. You cannot change depending on the situation at home. It has to be always constant. It has to be always maintained constant. Hey, how is he? He's a teacher, pa. That's the reason he's like that. People say that. Hey, teacher bandro, allow him to sit. They respect you so much. On the top of your chart is always the teachers. Now, ready, steady, your introduction, and then you will continue. Start, sir.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
My name is Vijay Kumar. I am from Government ITI Pinya.
Happy morning. My name is N.J. Ramesh, Government ITI Ramnagar.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
From Government ITI Pune.
Happy morning, Gurugule. Okay, ready, steady, go.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy noon.
Happy afternoon.
Happy evening. Happy night.
Happy night.
Rhythmically, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Okay, happy Monday,
Happy
Happy
Monday.
Monday.
happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Happy
Happy
Wednesday.
Monday. Happy Tuesday. Happy
Happy
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Happy Thursday. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday.
ಸಿಂಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಒಬ್ರು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ready, steady, go.
Happy
Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday. Happy
Friday. Happy Saturday.
Saturday.
Happy Sunday.
ಗುಡ್
January,
Happy January.
Happy January.
Happy February.
Happy February.
Happy March.
Happy March. Happy April.
Happy May.
Happy May.
June.
Happy June.
Happy July.
happy
Happy
August,
August.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ
Happy October.
Happy November. Happy December.
Okay, ready, steady, go. Then happy summer.
Mixing the words.
It's okay, it's okay. Happy summer.
Happy summer.
Happy summer.
Happy winter.
Happy winter.
Happy rainy.
Happy
ಒಂದೇ
rain.
ಕಡೆ
Happy
ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಬೇಡಿ ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ
Okay. Then irrespective of ಅಲ್ಲ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ವಿಂಟರ್ ರೈನಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ irrespective of ಕೈ irrespective of spite of whatever the situation is my happiness is going to be constant. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಗೋ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ. ಯಾ ಓಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಗೋ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ನೈಟ್. ರಿದಮಿಕ್ ಬರಲಿ. ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಗೋ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ನೈಟ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಂಡೇ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಟ್ಯೂಸ್ಡೇ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ವೆಡ್ನೆಸ್ಡೇ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಫ್ರೈಡೇ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಸಂಡೇ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಜನವರಿ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ಚ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮೇ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಜೂನ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಜುಲೈ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ನವೆಂಬರ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಸಮ್ಮರ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ವಿಂಟರ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ರೈನಿ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್. ಕೈ irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness is going to be constant. ಹೇಳಿ constant. ನೀವು ಫುಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ constant. Man, all four mans. We'll go four at a time. Come, quick. All the participants will come. Okay. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ರಿದಮಿಕ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್. Walk a little faster, walk a little quicker.
ನೀವು ಬರುವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ
ಅವ್ರು separate ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Okay, ready, steady, go. Happy morning, start. ಅಲ್ಲ introduction.
Morning, sir.
ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಕೇಳಿ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ರಾಮ ಸೀತಾ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ.
Happy morning, sir.
Guys, wait man.
Happy morning, sir. My name is.
I'm not happy. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ.
Happy morning.
ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್.
My name is Pushpa. I am coming from Government IT, Kolar. Happy morning.
ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್.
My name is Jayashree. I am from Government IT, Oskerelli, Bangalore 85.
Next.
Happy morning to
ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ
all.
Happy morning.
ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್.
I am Shantimani. I am coming from Bangalore.
Join. Ready steady.
Happy morning.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ. Ready steady go.
Happy morning. Happy afternoon.
Happy evening.
Happy evening.
ಬಾಡಿ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ.
Okay, ready steady go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night, happy Monday,
Happy Monday.
happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday. Straight to Thursday. ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ಬೇಕು Thursday. ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ. ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಮಾಡಿ. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, ಇಲ್ಲಿ Thursday ಬರಬೇಕು. Okay? Ready steady go. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಜನವರಿ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ಚ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್. ಈಗ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮೇ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಜೂನ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಜುಲೈ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
4 months.
ಆಮೇಲೆ it is a commitment and it is a promise that you will do the same thing with your students. You should be able to electrify them and that happiness should be flowing in your entire ITI campus. ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದಂಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಥರ ಆ ಒಂದು ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ಇಟ್. ಅದು ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ January, February, March, April, then May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Ready, steady, go. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever, kai. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness is going to be constant. Give him a big round of applause. Four of you. And the rest of you. Sir, you will join us.
Or initial.
Sir, okay, out there. Okay. Ready, guys? We are losing out on time. Please, ready, steady, go. Your introduction,
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
guys.
From Government ITI Madhu. Happy morning.
Happy morning.
I am Natraj, Government ITI Thuruvakere.
Happy morning, sir.
Okay. Start. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ಸರ್. ಅಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳಕಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಿ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ರೆಡಿ, ಸ್ಟಡಿ, ಗೋ.
Good morning.
ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್.
Happy morning. Happy
afternoon.
Happy evening. Happy night. Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday.
Happy Saturday, happy Sunday.
ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಜನವರಿ.
January, February, happy May, March, April.
Down.
Happy June, happy July, happy August, happy October, happy November, happy December,
ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಸಮ್ಮರ್.
happy summer, happy winter, happy rain, happy spring.
Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness is going to be constant.
ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಅವರು ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕಿ
ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಸಿ ಸರ್,
ಹೌದು ಸರ್, ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅವರು.
You are bringing in happiness. Good.
ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
ನೀವಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಸರ್, ನೀವು ಒಬ್ರೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ನಗ್ತೀವಿ.
Okay. Last ಅಲ್ಲಿ, yes. Ready, steady. Your introduction.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
My name is Govindappa. I am from Government IT Dairy Sir.
Happy morning. Happy morning.
I am Annapurna from Government IT House Road.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
I am Rupa, Government IT Damlur.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
I am Muralidhar from Government IT Shidlaghatta.
Start.
Okay. Happy morning. Happy afternoon. Happy evening.
ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Okay. Start.
Happy morning. Happy morning. Happy afternoon.
Happy evening. Happy night.
Sunday.
ಈ ಕಡೆ
Okay.
Happy Sunday.
Monday ಇಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ.
Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday.
ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ರೈಟ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಪೂರ್ತಿ.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಜನವರಿ.
Happy January. Happy February. Happy March. Happy April. Happy June. July. Happy August. Happy September. Happy October. Happy December.
Guys. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, ready, steady. happiness in the happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April. Illi happy May, happy June, happy July, happy September, happy October. Ma'am, you also stand. We'll do it together. Ready, steady, go. Happy January, happy February, happy March. Guys, one more. Happy January, happy February, happy February, happy April, happy May, June, July, happy summer, happy winter, happy raining, happy irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness is to become kind.
funny ಆಗಿತ್ತು
ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
Okay. Quick. We will go to certain points as a teacher. What will be our responsibility when we are actually communicating with the students? We will try to understand few facts. See, when I say communication skills, nim responsibility ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, it is not only you're going to improvise your communication skills, in turn you will have to improvise and you will have to improve the communication skills of the students. Because today, if a person is able to communicate, he can go anywhere in the world, and if he is able to communicate in English, he can definitely go to anywhere in the world and he can lead a life. So communication skills plays a very, very important role. So what I am going to emphasize today and I am going to talk will be, what is communication? See, whenever we talk about communication, it is not just verbal communication. Now, ಏನು ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ non-verbal communication actually impacts the audience. ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ದೇನೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಆಗಲಿ, ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಆಗಲಿ, the way I walk, the way I talk, the way I smile, the way I actually look at people, all this is communication only. All these are actually expressing and talking more than verbal communication. So non-verbal communication alli there are certain do's and don'ts, adra ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗಮನಿಸೋಣ. Verbal communication alli ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸಬಾರ್ದು, what are the words you will have to use, what are the words you should not use, what are called as formal words, what are called as informal words. ಆಮೇಲೆ words can be put into three baskets. Words which will come in passive communication, words which will come in assertive communication, words which will come in aggressive communication. As a teacher, you will have to actually play the role of all three. Triple acting ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಅಸರ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಅಗ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಆಪ್ ಮುಜೆ ಕೂನ್ ದೋ ಮೈ ಆಪ್ಕೋ ಆಜಾದಿ ದೇತಾ ಹೂಂ. ಆ ಥರ ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಸರ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ವೋಂಟ್ ಟಚ್ ದೆಮ್. आप मुझे खून दो, मैं आपको आजादी देता हूं. आजादी चाहिए तो खून आपको देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हमारा बहुत सारा खून ऑलरेडी बह गया है इस ब्रिटिशर्स के वजह से. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ನಾವು ಅಗ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಟೆನ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಎ ಸೋಬರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. So all three levels of communication is important, and body language is very, very important. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು, our body is stuck with 90% with clothes. So what kind of clothes I wear makes a lot of difference. I am wearing a cloth, if I can wear a formal shirt, a full shirt, a tie, and also an ID card displayed like this, it makes a big difference. I have a neatly ironed shirt, a neatly ironed trousers, and neatly polished shoe and a white socks, and the belt has been exactly put, and there is a neat buckle, not a shining buckle, and the tie touches exactly at the center of this belt. This is the formal dress wear. And for ladies also, nothing like wearing a blazer on your shalwar. It can make a big difference to your appearance. And your appearance will make a lot of difference, because I will be talking about what are all the influences of any kind of a communication. Now, ಏನು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವೋ that will not influence. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್, ಇವನ್ ನಾನು ಸಹ ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಸೆಮಿನಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಂತಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇವನ್ ಐ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. ಈಗ when I am communicating, there are a lot of elements that is responsible. It has a closed place, the voice is audible, that is also responsible. If I can have a mic, that is also one of the element of communication skills. I am using a presentation and I am using a projector, that is also one of the communication. I have brought some props and I am going to show you the props, that is also one of the element of communication. So whenever you get into a communication hall, you will have to see whether this all can produce that energy which can always unite the entire students and have a what we call it as a flawless class. ಆ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ನೀವು ಜಡ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. There is a assuming there is a drainage which is flowing close by and there is a foul smell, people cannot concentrate, people will never be able to focus. It is very hot, people will never be able to focus. If it is very chillingly cold, people will never be able to focus. If I am not audible, people will not be able to focus. If I am not using right kind of words, people will not be able to focus. If I am not speaking grammatically correct English, people will not be able to focus. Ivella elements will make a communication very beautiful, or a communication becomes average, or a communication becomes ugly. When the communication becomes ugly, when we talk about what kind of words I use, and am I actually talking, understanding the barriers, understanding the listener's analysis. We will be looking at that aspect. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ಸಿ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ಟೀಚರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 0% to 100% ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. So when I am handling that, I cannot throw a ball just like I throw a ball to an 100% guy, because a 0% or a 5% or a 10% scorer will never be able to catch. He is good in various other skills. Always remember, whenever you as a teacher, when you occupy that dais, do not consider anybody big or anybody small. Again, I am telling you, irrespective of whether they are good in studies or not, they will definitely be good in something. And God in his accounts book will never do mistakes. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಣರಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವರು ಬೇರೆ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಣರಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ. ನೆವರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕಿಂಗ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ವೆಲ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಟೀಚರ್. But it is common that most of the teachers start liking students who actually study well. That likeness is good. That should not initiate dislikeness towards others who don't study. That should not bring you not to give attention to people who are not going to study well. A teacher's role is trying to bring up those who don't study well to study well. 80 or 90, 100 tarada avaru they will do it on their own. But trying to bring a lower person to an higher virtue is what is the activity of a teacher. And always remember, God will not forgive you. A simple story. There were two kids. Both of them were twins. They were playing and mother was outside. As they were playing, the elder one was given a chocolate, and elder one means he was just few hours, he was born early, so he was given a chocolate, and mother told equally share it with both of them. Then what does this guy do? He takes the chocolate, he takes a smaller piece, he eats it himself, he takes a larger piece and he gives it to the brother. And the mother was watching this. As soon as she sees this, she becomes so happy. She comes and she buys one more chocolate and gives it to the elder one, because he treated the other person much better than what mom also wanted to treat, by giving equal chocolate to both of them. One. Now, there is another incident. The same two twins are given a chocolate. The younger one is given a chocolate. Hey, chocolate togo, ibru equal ag togoli. And the mother is going to watch, let me see how is he going to share. What he will do, he will eat of all the chocolate, he will not give it to him. Mother will come and she will take one and hit him. How dare you do that? You will never be given chocolate for next 1 month. You will be punished. Same thing will happen actually to the student also there. When you ill-treat a student, God who has created him, it is not your creation. It is his creation. It is his child. When his child is disrespected for something, is not going to like you. So all of us are maintaining this just for the sake of saying, I'm just saying, because you will have to bring this attitude among the students also. An intelligent lot of students should not start disrespecting the not so intelligent lot of students, because it is not always true that backbenchers are not going to be successful. I can give you n number of such examples. The front benchers who are always academically good, they will still be working for a salary of 1.5 lakhs per month. A backbencher will be actually doing a business, hiring these front benchers and earning 15-20 lakhs per month. I have seen such miracles in my life. And all this has happened. A chaiwala can become a prime minister. A tribal woman who was living in a tribal world where nothing was available for them. It was like living in a forest, and she becomes what is called as a president. That means anybody can become anything. When you are watching a student, look with this attitude, because you know his ways are his ways only. You will never believe somebody from somewhere will be picked up from that tribal place, and she or he will be made the president of India. So we should always look at the students in the same attitude. But all these students have one thing in common which made them very successful. That is communication skills. Murmu was also excellent in communication. When Draupadi spoke to her tribal people, she always spoke in such aggressive tone, she always spoke with such determination, and all her speech were with so much of conviction. Everybody used to feel she will do something in life. Look at her conviction, look at the way she is actually oriented towards helping enough people. God will definitely bless. This attitude you will have to bring among your students. So all these words what I speak, you can always fine tune it to the audience and then package it and deliver it to them so that it stays in them very strong, because confidence building should be the first exercise, then teaching skills will be the second exercise. When confidence is built, and if he is brought into the swimming pool, he will definitely learn swimming. Instead, you do a theoretical class of 10 years and you still are not convincing him to come to the swimming pool and then swim. That means what have you done? You have failed very miserably as a teacher. A teacher is the one who has to build up that confidence in every student. Put a dream into everybody's students, and then he will start working towards a dream, because nobody would have asked them, what is your dream of life? You should initiate that dream in them. ಯಾರು ಆ ಥರ ಕೇಳೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇದುವರೆಗೂ. ನೀನು ಏನು ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ಯಾ, ನಿನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ when you ask, that is where you are going to initiate a dream in him. And then put enough courage to tell them very ordinary people can only become extraordinary people. Why? Because very ordinary people hold on to their dream long enough until it gets manifest, and they will not give up the dream for anything under the sky. A fisherman's son, he was so inclined towards studies. Every time he went to school, the teachers could feel the energy of how much he loved studying. And none of them could say that this guy will not make big in life. Every villager knew this person is going to make big in life. Every teacher knew he's going to make big in life. His father knew he's going to make big in life. His mother knew he's going to make big in life. Why? That is how much inclination he had towards the subject. And Abdul Kalam also says in one of the saying, in one of the speech, that it was one of the teacher who initiated the dream in me. My pond was being a fisherman only, because I was a frog in the pond. The maximum I could become in that pond was a senior most fisherman. I never had vision beyond. In one such exhibition where I was taken by one of my teacher, the teacher initiated a dream that few of you sitting in this hall can be responsible for our Indian rocket to be flying there. And few of you here can do it. When you initiate the dream, a ಒಂದು seed ಹಾಕಿ ಅದೊಂದು plant, if you are making that plant to grow in him, miracles can happen. That will be the main responsibility of a teacher. A teacher should be able to initiate this personality in him and bring him so much of confidence that everything is achievable. There is nothing that is impossible for a human brain, irrespective of where he is born. And tell them, nobody is born actually supernatural. When Tendulkar came out of his mother's womb, he did not come with a bat. Hey, bat ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಟೆಂಡೂಲ್ಕರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು? ನೋ. ಸೆರಗ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ಹುಡುಗಿ, ಮದರ್ ತೆರೆಸನೇ ಇರಬೇಕು? ನೋ. None of them came like that. They came as equals. One of the greatest gift what God has given us is all of us are born equals and all of us shall die and perish equals. We will go mannaga hogtivi. It is the same common scenario for everybody. But the gift you can return to God is how well I am going to live this life, what all I am going to do in this life, so that the judgment day when it happens, when Chitragupta is going to sit for the judgment day, you should say, wow, you have lived such a good life. Hats off to you. God should feel like I should give him again the rebirth of a human, because all of you don't know how sacred is this human birth. And in that human birth, how sacred is this being a teacher? Yes, it is a selfless job. People don't actually appreciate us. There is not enough money that is going to come on to us. But still we have occupied this because we know there is a passion in us that we want to teach. So let us be confident in that angle and let us keep working towards it. So I'll be speaking about those. What are the key elements of good communication? We will look into that. What is communication style? Every person has its own style. Identify what is positive in you. For that you will have to collect feedback from your own colleagues. Take a promise and tell them, please give me an honest feedback. Please let me know how am I actually communicating. What are my pluses? What are my minuses? Do I actually talk to the audience looking into their eyes? That is very, very important. You should look into the audience eyes and then speak. This is interrupting, otherwise I am looking into each and everybody's eyes and I am communicating. When I communicate in this manner, it makes me talk directly to the subconscious state. Because when I receive information in a 5-dimensional angle, it goes deep into the subconscious state. Only the visual is going, it will not go deep into your subconscious state. So communication plays a very important role. We will be talking about that for 5-dimensional communication also. So you have your own, yeah, I'll complete it off. Huh? I'll have to stop. Okay, guys, you want to take a 5 minutes break? 10 minutes, huh?